We'll get it.
Welcome to Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 154 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. If you're not joining us on YouTube, head over to the YouTubes and get it going.
Yep.
Welcome this week, Hayes Holla.
Yep, I'm here.
I don't think there's anything else to say that other than Antioch stand up. Hayes, tell us about Antioch. What's happening this week? I got a full PowerPoint slide for you right here.
What's happening at Antioch, man, is we are
Look
I
at
mean,
that.
we are home.
Unbelievable.
We are the birthplace of two media sensations right now. Number one, Dan's down here. Hold up.
You got him.
Danny Lenny Ding Dong. Hey, look, Danny's from Antioch too. If I'm not mistaken, or you might be 372. Or were you 37217 when you grew up?
37217. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. He's right. He's basically Antioch. But anyway, look, we got media. We are the heartbeat of America right now. We got Jelly Roll, and we got Brandon Miller, generational NBA talent. Now, Mason, I love that you've flashed these stats up here because they're impressive. But correct me if I'm wrong; they're all losses, and I don't think they were all even close.
Yeah, he plays on the Hornets.
They're hard.
This man needs like one more teammate to help him out, right? At least one.
At least, two probably.
Two
maybe
with
three.
one coming off the bench as well. Like 3 would be helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, they just traded away. I don't think he and Rozier clicked very well. But they just traded him away. You know, I think Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges, even though he's a felon, they're probably a big.
He's on the block though too. He's on the trade block.
They're probably a decent big man and a stretch four kind of guy away. They'll be bad next year too, and then 2 years from now they'll be pretty good. I bet. Anyway, If y'all seen how hardcore I've gone with Brandon Miller, yeah, I made a rap shirt that we have on our website. Oh, by the way, this Still Dripping Happy Hour is sponsored by the Still Dripping Printify shop, where you can get a lot of different stuff. Mason's been in there. He's been in the store this week. Mason has been hardcore in the store this week. So anyway,
I've been doing it.
I got Brandon Miller shirt. I got a Brandon Miller jersey. I've got so many Brandon Miller cards. Man, it went. Yeah. Okay, this is the store. You're on it.
Yeah, can you guys see that? Here we go. Here's one of the shirts I like, and it's not
from our intro.
Yeah, from the intro shirt.
See if behind the scenes, baby.
Let's see some more. You edited my shorts, didn't you, Hayes?
Well, I added something because it's become like a staple of our shorts.
Okay.
It's at go to the very top.
Hold on, I'm going to show this one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Still Dripping Happy Hour tee. Let's see. We got some shorts on the first page. Yep. Most of the shorts Mason. I'm not a huge fan of, but
Mason, these are so sick.
These are pretty sick.
So I'm our first customer with these. I bought a pair tonight.
You already bought it?
Well, I didn't
know if the SD like logo that you put on there was like redundant because we have it all over the whole.
Well, listen. This is gonna sound no. In this case, so do you know who Eric? Have you seen Eric Emmanuel?
Yes.
He's got the EE on every pair of shorts that he has, and I'm like,
right.
Okay. Now, what he's done that I haven't gotten the whatever to do yet is make different colors of that. So I
Yeah.
only have the same color logo, but that's what I'm going after is like, okay,
It
something
worked
that
for
you know.
this one, but yeah, I can start with that. I'll get that together.
Okay. But I
Different
wanted to
colors
see
for you.
quality because we got a bunch of shorts out there that Mason and I now both worked on. And I want to see the quality of them because I've really enjoyed the quality of the shirts. But I was like, I got to get a pair of shorts. So that's the shorts I got.
The basketball cut is
I'll
very
let you know
weird
next
on the
week.
basketball jersey.
Go back to the.
I've been told by my wife that I need to get better T-shirts. So
Oh
maybe
yeah, he's in the
Dude.
market, baby.
full bore, just all still dripping tees.
Oh, I'm about to.
Dude.
It won't be for public sale, but I'm about to make myself an Elliott years 1 through 3 wrap tee.
Oh, heck yeah. Look,
I'm
but
totally
listen,
rocking
Dan, if you really are serious, we have so much stuff in the store and you can get the employee discount, which
That's what
is
I'm
basically
talking
like
about.
cost plus shipping.
Okay, deal.
And it's
Oh,
dope stuff.
I like it. I'm in the market. I'm thinking maybe I need to do like a mass order mid-year and go to like North Memphis and South Memphis and just pass out free merch. You know.
Well, there's
Here's-
that too.
Yeah, here's a let me show this. Here's one of the ones that I've been working on. I think Hayes is going for more hype looking stuff. I'm going for more shock value. So
yeah.
that's why you see this right here, the Urban Meyer tee.
Yeah. So good. But who's going to wear that?
That
I
goes-
like it.
Right. It goes with our early on. We got a lot of love when I would hate on Urban Meyer. So I wanted to, if other people hate on Urban Meyer as much as I do, I probably wouldn't wear this on my chest, but there could be somebody out there who would like to. So that's who I had in mind for. That was for the fans. And then here, my favorite nickname of Luka Doncic is the Donk. So I got some nice from behind shots of Luka right here.
We need
So,
some Josh shirts. We need to make a Josh shirt.
Yeah,
There's
with the
two of
pistol
them.
on it.
Listen, there's two of them on our website, Dan. Look at this Michael Jordan one I did. Okay, so I'm going to give you a really long story short. So my wife has been in the hospital and I've had a lot of time on my hands. And this has been a very therapeutic thing is making these like style tees. And so I just started picking stuff to do. So you got a Jordan one that I tried. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Michael Jordan one. Hey, Dan, not Dan, Mason, look at the one of somebody that you know really well as well.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Go
back up. I think it's first page.
I really did like this one. I thought this one was really good.
Yeah, it's Valentine's Day coming.
Yeah.
How many options of merch do we have?
Hayes, this has you written all over it.
So many. Dan, it's hard to answer that question. It's more like what do we not have access to?
Yeah.
We have
So
access.
much.
Did you see the shoes? You saw the still dripping shoes.
I saw the shoes.
Yeah. Go to page 1. Look at this one that I made last time.
Oh, page 2.
Well, we have 2 NILs. Oh, look at this one. Go back to where you were. Up, right there. Look at this one.
We got to fix.
Shout out to my Uncle John, the White Mamba.
We gotta work with you on your quality, Hayes. A lot of your pictures are low resolution because the pixel count isn't high enough.
Well, that's fair, but also this was a
picture
of a picture.
So.
Yeah. So and then I what is it? I cut him out of the original, and then I was like trying my best to make it somewhat. I like the overlap look like.
I do.
So,
this is it's not busy. I really like the what you did here.
Well, I appreciate it.
The GOAT, I would say the GOAT, John Holland.
Can we also say this? Like, I'm not a web developer. I just think this is fun. So it's
right. I agree.
So temper your expectations. Like I don't even know what I kind of know what pixel count is and kind of not really. Yeah, so that's I don't know any of this stuff. Yeah, NIL. Go to there's one right above that too. Right above that one too. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I didn't
This
understand
is more
this
simple.
one. Oh,
Well, okay, so
I do get
so,
it. I got it now. Go ahead and explain.
Sewanee basketball has this phrase. It says they're in the mountains. It's like mountain time. It's like it's go time, and so that's what that is.
These are dope.
Anyway,
is John gonna wear these to his game?
I don't know. We'll see.
Did you show them to him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They loved them. They were giving me guidance on what, dude. This was out of nowhere yesterday. We're sitting in the hospital, and I was like, "Hey, do you have this picture and that picture?" And he immediately sent them to me, and I immediately sent back what I've made, and I was like, "Dude, it's therapy, right? It's like, I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't want to.
Right.
We didn't want to do anything." I didn't want to do anything. I really just wanted to rest and sleep, and because I wasn't sleeping much, and that is what I chose to do with my time. That and building a clothing brand, watching YouTube videos. So we got to get a viral thing is the answer to our merch.
Right.
We need something that good.
Yeah. All your lacrosse shorts are probably not it, but I like the variety that you have on there.
I appreciate it. Working on it. All right. That's too much time talking about our merch.
That was wonderful. That was the longest ad. So if you want to sponsor the Still Dripping Happy Hour, we'll also give you
tons of props.
A 7-minute advertisement.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to switch up the format. I feel like we usually do a good question at the end, but I heard this question on another podcast. Shout out to No Dunks. I believe it was No Dunks. I'm not sure. May have been another podcast. I don't know. But this is the question. If you could know the answer to one question, what would the question be? Like the universe is answering this question for you. It's pretty tough to spring it on you right away. But actually, this was, I believe, on Bussin' with the Boys, not No Dunks. Sorry. Give credit where credit's due.
I mean, this is an easy one, right?
Is it? What would it be?
I don't think it's an easy one.
Yeah, like, God, what were you doing before you like created the earth? Like, how were you made?
Oh,
What's the deal with like before the Bible? Duh.
Before the Bible. Wow.
Like what?
I had not even like ventured.
I don't know if that's I don't know if this is an easy one.
Millions of years? Were you just like chilling? You were like, yeah, I'm kind of bored. How were
But
you
1,000 years is like a day, right?
Yeah, like
that's
what
I'm
is
saying.
time?
But like, what was he doing? Like, how did that happen?
And it was probably more than 1 million years, right? Like it was. He's hanging out for infinity, and then. Okay, well, so let's do this because we're listen. So this is why we should make this question a little bit easier to answer. Is that okay? Let's assume. I think this is a fair assumption. The three of us and Landon's answers first are probably going to be something in that realm, right? It'll probably be a godly question. So it can't be one of those. It's got to be something outside of.
So we're going outside of the spiritual realm.
I think it's a given that all of us have some questions about that.
There's a lot of those questions though that I was thinking about, and it was like, do I want to know the answer? Like, is the answer gonna alter my life so much?
I'm going if I'm going like not spiritual and biblically based, I'm just going straight up. How many grains of sand are on this planet?
Oh wow.
That is totally useless.
I'm going like
yeah, that's not mine.
No. So then I can run around and people like at a party. I'm just like, yeah, it's this many, and people will be like,
but like, you can do that now. Nobody knows.
But I will know what's right. So like that'll make me feel good. Like I know it's 1 quadrillion billion dillion in the hillion. Like 437,362.
That is the weirdest question.
So stupid.
That is the absolute, and the purpose behind you wanting to know the answer to that question is even more stupid. Like, who are you trying to impress with that? Who is going to be, even your mom and dad would be like, damn, of all the questions you could ask the Lord Almighty, like, that's the stupidest question you could ask him.
Yeah, if we're talking I really in the spiritual realm, I really really wonder what heaven's going to be like. And I'm sure that people wonder that all the time. But I have so many thoughts and wild questions, and I don't know. I have no idea.
Such as
I mean, my dad just passed away, so I think about him a lot. But when I get to heaven, will it be like I'm here on earth, just in the happiest place ever? Will I be walking around? Will I see my dad all the time? Will I see Ty and other people, or will it just be all these strangers, but I feel like I've known them for my whole life, and my dad's spirit will be there, but I don't know. It's so many things that go in my head that it doesn't make sense for me to vocalize it really.
But I also think it's impossible for us to have this question and not be. Turns out, for how we are we can't not have that element. Even if you strip it away, it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I've really been.
Go ahead. No, you got it.
I've really been sitting here trying to concentrate on questions that aren't like that I would. Hey, and let me be really, I guess, vulnerable in a way. If you if I'm being really honest, and if most people that are believers are being really honest, they've had moments of is this all really real? And that's a real thing, and you shouldn't be ashamed. And I've totally had that. And so if that didn't pop into your head, is God real? Is any of this real? That would be a question I would have 100%, because I'm a human being. And I'm in the boat of believing, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I had questions like that. So if you were in that boat, there's nothing wrong with you, I don't think. And I don't think that means you're weak. I think that means you're a normal human being. But that's my opinion. But outside of any of that stuff, I would say I want to know about aliens and I want to know about ghosts. And ghosts is right on the edge.
Yeah.
No, what if we? No. I have another one. Pyramids. I want
pyramids. That's a great question.
Yes, that's a great one.
The pyramids.
Yeah.
How those mofos get out
listen,
there?
COVID, all these that can go down. All those are in the same genre.
What about Wilt's 100-point game? Is that on there?
I think COVID's pretty clear, right? We pretty much know everything about COVID. That's not really that mysterious.
Which part do you mean?
At this point?
Do you mean the China part or the vaccine part, or which part do you mean?
No, I think everyone's pretty clear, unless you're just a big dumb idiot on what's happened during COVID. All of it.
All of it.
Pretty clear cut, right?
No, I think there's. I don't think. I think for the general population, it's not. Yeah. So.
I think government conspiracies in general would be a big one. Touching
Epstein.
on your doubting, Hayes, doubting, not doubting, but those periods of doubt that you had or around faith and stuff. That would be a tough question, because your risk reward is you already believe. Does it make your belief less if you know? It would, but you would know. I don't know. The balance between that would be interesting. I think totally not in the spiritual realm. I'm going with either short term, get rich. What is the exact score of the Super Bowl going to be this Sunday? And I'm putting my house up for collateral.
Specifically,
and we're quitting our job, and we're just going to travel the world after that.
Basically, you want to be Biff and Back to the Future 2. That's what you
So I
want.
never saw that, but yeah, sure.
Well, that's a dang shame because it's a classic. And I watched it today.
So
Because
yeah,
you anyway.
Or that, or like on the same thing on the real estate side. Like, what can I buy right now that's going to generate me the most income or money in the future?
Not
Be
like the number of
financial
hairs
based.
on your head or anything like that.
Nope.
Why would you need to know that, Dan?
Exactly.
What the heck?
I can shave my head bald and then I'll know.
No, you won't.
For like a second, it would be 0.
No, it wouldn't because you still got hair follicles.
No.
Yeah, you do.
Right when I do it, it would be 0 right then.
No, it wouldn't.
I could get
We need
laser
a
hair
scientist.
removal.
Doesn't mean the hair is gone.
Yes, if
It's
you
not-
get laser hair removal, it would be the hairs on
that's
my
what
head
you
would
would
be
do.
0. No, I'm telling you, I could.
What about the hair on your ball sack? You ever wonder about that?
Oh my gosh, Dan.
Actually, I counted this morning. There was 114.
It's the most weird thing to count.
We went from talking about at the beginning of this conversation, where was God before the universe, to how much hair is on your ball sack.
Yeah, that's weird. Have I told you guys the Bigfoot story on this podcast?
I'm sure, but our recent
Maybe.
listeners probably haven't heard it.
Okay,
so
I'm not gonna tell you the whole the story again, because if you go back, we'll reference whatever podcast it was.
It was in the top 10, probably first 10.
Maybe. Okay. So approximately 1997, I'm on a lake and
I
I'm
was
on
3
an
years old.
island. I was 17, and me, my brother, and another friend saw something that I could only describe as Chewbacca with horns. Laugh all you want. Chewbacca with horns about this big and red eyes and growling at us, and 7 feet tall. So, like, there's very few things in my life that I've experienced that I genuinely want to know an answer to that I experienced, and that is one of them. Is like, I either saw a 7-foot man in Antioch, Tennessee, dressed up in 1997 when some of the best, whatever you want to call it, technology of its time, that looked so realistic that it freaked out a 17-year-old kid, or I saw a Bigfoot type creature. And like, I've always wanted to know what I saw. Like, that's a real thing that I would like to know. It's a question that I would like to be answered. But everything I immediately go to is conspiracy theories. Like,
Yeah.
I want to know about the moon landing, and I want to know about like all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, just how I am.
No, that's totally fair. That was probably one of the best questions we've ever had on here. So
It's an excellent question.
shout out to Bussin' with the Boys for that one. Now we can move into Inside the Box. We got some light week on sneakers around the NBA. We'll blow it up a little bigger than that, maybe. There we go. We got some. There's a little story around this Kobe 6s. I like that Easter colorway.
Great colorway. That's so
Honestly,
sick.
that should be the girl dad colorway. You know?
Yeah, it's a good one. Scoot Henderson, the Scoot 1 in a Cheeto collaboration, I believe.
Is that what that is?
Right. Yeah.
Which I kind of like it.
Chester Cheeto over here. And then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first Ant 1 that hasn't had the black sock liner. The sock liners match the little rubber on the side, which I kind of like. I kind of like this colorway. It's pretty smooth. It seems a lot different than the black in the background. So I like it. I think it looks good. But
That is a great colorway. I don't love this shoe, but it's a really good colorway.
yeah, I agree. And the Kobe 6 led me into this, and I had never seen this website before. Have you heard of Kickstats?
No.
It gives us the top 5 popular sneakers by minutes played in the NBA.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? There's now a lot of their stuff. The other stuff wasn't necessarily totally correct in my opinion. There was like players who wore different shoes throughout the league, and those numbers looked a little off, but this seemed really cool. So the Kobe 6 is in first place with almost 2,400 minutes played.
This is the Kobe 6, right? We're looking at.
Yep. The KD 16 with less than half of that. Kobe again on the Pro Tro 4s, the LeBron 21, and then the Giannis 5, Nike Freak 5. So the Giannis one is probably the most surprising to me. Maybe the KD 16 is pretty ugly. So I don't know who else is wearing that besides KD, but I don't know. Interesting.
It's interesting. Again, it's not surprising, but it's interesting. There's not a Jordan on there, and
like a Jason Tatum or something like that.
That's interesting.
Luka.
But those guys, it doesn't seem like they're letting other people wear their shoes a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're a college kid, like college kids are wearing them a lot, but.
Right.
The Kobe thing, it seems like that is the basketball shoe of choice for most NBA players.
What are you
doing, Dan?
Gummy worms?
Jinx.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh, respect.
I'll be done.
Yeah.
Bad podcasting. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Do you think this is due, like the Kobe is more due to like the unwritten rule of not wearing your opponent's shoes or not wearing another player's shoes? Kind of is what it feels like to me. I guess the KD and LeBron is up there. So
okay. Yes,
but like the Kobe, obviously you're not playing against Kobe. I don't know. Maybe it's just people grew up with watching him. Like the players in the NBA now grew up watching Kobe. So that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I also think that Kobe's just came out at the perfect time. Just the heyday of Nike basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like you think about just the Kobe's that came out, even the KDs. I think the KDs just kind of dropped off, but the Kobe's started at the perfect time and it ended at the perfect time.
Yeah,
it was just fair. It was a solid run. Like if Jordans had cut off, at 19, we'd be like, all right, that was about right. But then just kept going. So.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
It's also the Kobe is. Again, have I ever owned a pair of? Well, yes. Have I ever played basketball in a pair of Kobe's? No, I don't think I have. But it seems to me like it's just a dang good basketball shoe to play ball in.
And on the resale side, like there has never been a time where I've held a Kobe for more than 10 days on an eBay or a Go. They go like freaking hotcakes. That last pair that I found at Plato's Closet, that thing sold in 2 days.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next up, let's see what we got here. We already saw this slide, but shout out to Brandon Miller again. I'm really glad Hayes was able to make it this week because coming out this year, we've got, I believe these were some cliff jumping shoes, right, Hayes?
They are 100% some cliff jumping shoes. I feel like I posted it to our Instagram, or at least
I think you did. Yeah, the Nike Air Flight Posit is coming out this holiday season in metallic gold. Yeah, go back through the archives; those have been on foot for Hayes, cliff jumping into lakes. So
not only that, like if I am not mistaken, I know I'm not. I remember this very well. It got to a place where they were so beat up that I wanted to keep wearing them, and I spray painted them silver. And so the version that I was cliff jumping in was after I'd spray painted them.
Wow.
And if I can find them, this is bad podcasting, but if I can find them,
that shoe, it's indestructible, right? You had to.
It's a tank.
Oh, dude, I played ball in these shoes. I did everything in these. These are great shoes. Now they're heavy. Like if foams are heavy. Even this model was heavy. At the time, it was like this technological wonder. And dude, if you held these in your hand, they're freaking heavy.
I can imagine. They look heavy.
Foam posits in general too. I mean, just normal foam posits are those.
I got
Yeah.
you, Hayes. Hold
Those
on
are-
one
You
second.
those are-
found it?
curb
Yeah.
stomping boots.
Heck yeah, you found it. Look at these. That is Percy Priest Lake. I know where I'm standing when I took this picture because I was like, man, if people that are sneakerheads could see me right now, if you're from Antioch, Tennessee, and you know where Elm Hill boat ramp is, there's this little island. They call it Tiny Island. That is Tiny Island I'm standing on with those shoes on.
Shout out to Tiny Island.
Shout out to Tiny Island.
Oh, all right. Well, let's jump back to it. Let's see what we got next. Oh, a little safari pack in the works from Nike SB to celebrate some 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. I don't know what safari and Paris have to do with each other. I know Paris is like fashion forward, but the safari dunk is not seeming like it would go together. But I guess, are you up on these? And what other, it says a safari pack. So what other shoe would you want to see in this
Would they come out
colorway?
with the 90s or the 95s or the ones?
Are they?
I don't know.
I
A
don't know.
pack. I wonder if it's a
Yeah.
low and a high. Can I be the one that says, what the heck are they thinking with these stupid laces? Those laces suck. Like, are you serious? Why that color on this freaking shoe? This is a stupid choice.
Is
And
it?
I get it, skateboard, yada yada yada. But seriously, you couldn't come up with a better color than Carolina blue on that shoe?
Is
I
it?
haven't the other safari shoes that have come out like make sense, right? Like black laces, orange laces, white laces.
Yeah. Can I
think-
also be the one that says, did any of y'all forget it was an Olympic year? Totally
Yeah,
forgot.
I forgot. Yeah.
And
I
I used, man, 2020 killed that for me. I was a huge Olympic fan. And then that whole debacle, I didn't even watch it whenever it happened. Didn't it happen like a year later?
Yeah. They postponed it like a year.
Something
Dude,
got
that made me
jacked.
so frustrated.
Didn't
And
they
it
have
was-
like
They
Olympics
lost me.
back within like 6 months or something?
Yeah, they were close together for sure. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
I
the
feel
ones
like-
in China, the Winter Olympics in China, I feel like really, really killed it. And everybody was just like, "What is going on?"
Dude, that hurt me with the Olympics in the same way the 1994 baseball strike hurt me with baseball. And like I didn't catch back up to baseball till like 4 or 5 years ago. It took me that long. And like now I didn't even know there was an Olympic year. I don't care. Like that's dumb. Man, they screwed that pooch bad.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what all you're saying. Back to the shoes. I still don't know what Safari and Paris have in common. If somebody can let me know, that'd be wonderful. But I don't understand why. Like all we want is like they've said the Olympic sixes are coming out. That's what we want. That's what we want for the Olympics and the
Or the
Pippin.
sevens, or the Olympic sevens, and the Pippins.
Yeah, hit them all. I would love to see another pair of Olympic Kobe fives, but I know I'm the minority in that. That's just a personal preference. But
Didn't we get the Olympic sevens like 3 years ago?
we got like an alternate version, yeah, something close to
It
it.
was probably during the Olympics whenever they did it again, right? I mean, that's probably when it happened.
It probably was.
Look, we're re-upping so many shoes. I mean, we got the Bread 4s in 2019. 4 years later, we're getting a different Bread 4. We can do that with the Olympic shoes. I'm fine. Release Olympic 6s. Maybe do it every 8 years. That's fine. That's enough time.
This is a deep cut, but the only other memorable Olympic this is the same year era. And so there's only one other shoe that I think is even in the discussion. Like if we were going to create a top 5 Olympic shoes, it's going to be in no particular order. It's going to be the Pippin Airs. It's going to be the Jordan 7s. It's going to be the Olympic 6s. And then the Barkley that year was the
I was
1.8.
going to say a Dream Team pack would be dope.
The Dream Team, and then the Air Max 180s with the all air underneath. Like
yeah.
it'd probably be those shoes, but that would be the only other Olympic shoe that I would even remotely be interested in would be the Barkley 180 ones.
Yeah, I think a nostalgia pick, and it would be a cool thing to retro eventually. Personally, I don't think it's a great look, but nostalgia wise, I love Vince Carter, and the Vince Carter where he jumped over
good
the
call.
Frenchman. That would be
The
a dope.
Shocks.
Yeah, the Shocks. It was like a BB Shocks, I think is what they were called.
Yeah,
that would be a dope.
Yeah, good
one,
call. You got that
from the Olympics. So
having a pair of Shocks in the early 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s, that was an elite feeling.
Oh yeah, and before it was like reserved for like wife beaters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
like
before it came out that they actually like negatively impacted your knees and stuff.
Right.
Oops.
I've told this story before on the podcast as well, but I was at Opry Mills Mall with my mom one time, and I was pretty convinced that I wanted this pretty much all white pair of Shocks, and they were size like 11 or 11 and a half. They did not fit me, and I was like, Mom, these fit me. And this probably would have been, it probably would have been like 2008, probably some during like the middle of financial crisis. And I was like, Mom, I need this $90 pair of shoes. I'll pay half if you pay half. And she paid half. Man, I wore the crap out of those things. They were as white as you could get them. And they did not fit me at all. Like I couldn't run in them. I I had to strictly wear them. And they looked like boats on me because they were like a size and a half too big.
Were they the running shoes? They weren't the basketball ones.
Yeah, they were the running shoes.
Okay, I can see them in my head. Yep.
I need to find a picture. I'll send it to the group.
That's great. I've never owned a pair of Shocks. Confession. Never owned a pair.
I don't think I have either. I love the look of them actually. Back in the day. Not anymore. All right, time for everybody's favorite game. Drip or flop.
Such a good game. Great invention.
All right, first up, the Snoop Dogg Skechers basketball shoe collab. I don't know the names of these. I think something like Reza Grip or something, which is a terrible name for a shoe. It sounds like I don't know what. But I think we all know the answer.
Skechers.
There have 100% been worse Skechers.
This might be the best Skechers, actually. The S on it, the Snoop Dogg S instead of the Skechers S it's pretty good. That's what I was gonna say with this drip or flop. I just need you to find something that's drip in this.
There's nothing. Oh no, there's nothing that is drip about it. This is just a playa getting to the bag, man, and that's what. Whether
the best thing about
we'd
this
all do
photo
it.
shoot was Snoop Dogg hanging on the rim at his own house. It's like 8 feet.
I'd like to. Has anyone heard him discuss the? I guess the inspiration around the colorway. Like, what is it?
I did not do that much research.
Okay, good. You shouldn't have. These are horrible. I mean, there's nothing drip about this. They're absolutely horrible. This is just a dude that was like, "Hey, I'm 50. What is he? 58?
Skechers demographic.
55. He's got to be in his mid 50s at least.
Is he?
He's got to be 60s or
easy.
more.
My dad's 68, right?
Maybe the weed got to
My
him.
dad's 68.
Oh my gosh. He's only 52 years old.
I was gonna. Oh, okay. I said 55. So, man, I thought he was like 15 years older than me. He's only 8 years older than me. He's only 8 years older than me, dude. Get this. Shout out to Drippin' Bourbon. He's only like 4 years older than Mike.
Dang, you can't just put him on blast.
Was Mike 50? Mike's about to be 48. I want to say.
He's not.
Mike looks young, man. Mike Mike doesn't even remotely look like he's that old, but nonetheless, he and I used to love Snoop Dogg. I still like Snoop. There's nothing good about these shoes, buddy. It's just a guy that's getting paid.
All right.
You take the shots, you get a shot at. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't matter how old you are,
the,
you take it.
Dripper flop, we've got
Flop.
Union LA Nike Field General. Not the best silhouette, but I think they made as much as they could out of it.
Are they going too bacony on some of these? There's a lot of bacon colorways since those 90s came out, I feel like.
Yeah, there has been a few different bacon colorways. I like the black ones, actually. I don't know what's up with the other ones. The silhouette in general, I don't know.
I think you're like me, where I like the concept of them bringing out these models that we don't know a ton about or that don't get a lot. I like that idea. This is bad execution. Like, this is bad colors.
On the one on the left, the one that is like more bacony, you probably could get away with that on a Thursday, Friday at work.
That's true.
If you were trying to dress that puppy up with a pair of khakis and a polo, you probably could get away with that okay.
Yeah. No, you're probably right.
The one on the right, so because I have a pair of New Balance 550s that have been coffee stained, this sole looks like they just coffee stained it.
Yeah.
Like nothing, but it doesn't look good with the black. I mean,
the all black, that's what I don't think I could wear anything with.
If they swap the soles on these guys, well, no, not the brown.
You need the swoosh. You need like the swoosh and the laces to be like a white or something.
White, gray, like give me like something other than just straight black.
Hey, Union, bring us in for the next design before
y'all. If we listen, let's go a full circle. If they had more options on Printify to customize our sneaker, we could do it.
We could do it.
In the end, we're gonna have to. I think to pull this off, we are gonna have to. One of us is gonna have to do the shoe surgeon camp that you pay for. I think that's how the only way we have an opportunity to get.
Or we take all the profits that we're making from all the merch and we fly one of us out to China and then we just try to wheel and deal with.
Yeah,
that's not happening because as the last 6 transactions on our website is me either buying stuff for myself or our kids. The merch is gone. We started really hot and then it's gone.
We'll get back.
Are you giving your kids like a weekly budget on how much merch they can buy? Website?
No, everybody said, I really want to support you. And I'm like, well, pick out something. I'll get it for you. And that's how this has happened. Yeah. So my wife has a hoodie. All my kids have shirts. Anyway,
the Martin hoodie is still one of my faves.
We haven't sold one.
Really?
Not one.
What's our price
like it
point
too.
on that?
I like it too. Again, part of this is exposure and limited.
Right.
I just haven't done a lot of. It's really comes down to exposure. Like I just have not pushed it a lot, and that's my fault.
We'll start soon enough. All right. Next up on the Dripper Flop, Hayes, you sent this one in. First NIL athlete with a Jordan Player Edition shoe, Jordan PE, Kiki Rice of UCLA.
Kiki, not nice. Flop.
But I think we can say, I think it's fair to say this is the best of the drip and flops we've seen so far.
No, I think the last one was
because
better.
it's also a low. It's better. The low 38 is sick. This is a dope shoe.
Kiki is a girl, right?
Yes.
Yes, wow. I'm all the people. Yes, it is. But this is the best of the ones we've seen.
Disagree.
The tongue is just too big, but that's how all the Jordans are like that. The Lucas got a big tongue.
Mm-hmm.
These lows got a big tongue. So refrain, Dan. Don't say anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You psycho.
All right.
My beef with this is that it's UCLA. What the heck is all this pink? It should be yellow. Like
Right.
seriously, why do we keep doing this? Ugh.
That's
Hey, listen. Oh, Mason, you'll really appreciate this. Since I'm the commissioner, I guess, of the Tragic Bananas League, I have a very strict dress code in my head about things that have to match. And like it comes from a lot of this kind of crap where why would a UCLA player have pink all over their shoe? Doesn't make any sense. I'm a huge Carolina guy, but if you watch the Duke game this weekend, I don't know, 80% of the guys had the pink shoes. And I get the K-Yow, the
I know.
answer stuff. I understand, but like as a purist, like I just want my shoes to match my uniform.
I'm gonna be honest. My biggest sneaker gripe this week had to do with that Duke UNC game, because there was at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 UNC players that were wearing Jason Tatum's against
that
Duke.
bothers the absolute heck out of me. Yeah,
I think that should be against the rules.
Landon,
What's up, Lando? Live from Walmart. Oh my god.
We out here.
All
it's
right. Yeah.
9:55.
Some important merchandise.
Is that hula hoops?
Yeah. I'm
Why?
emceeing on the court the basketball game tomorrow night, and this is for a game.
Wow.
Hey, director of fun. Back
Yeah,
at
brother.
it.
We're doing Olympics so we'll have a different game at every media timeout.
Are you in charge of that? That was your idea?
Found out I was in charge of it yesterday when I figured out they had nothing planned. It's social club night, so like all the Greek social clubs are going to be there, and they had nothing planned. And I was like, okay, let's get the ball rolling. So here we are.
Landon's back in his element, man. I tell you, look at that smile.
Look
We
at
haven't
him.
seen a
He's a new
smile like
man.
that on the podcast. It just makes me happy. It
does
brings
make me
joy
happy,
to my
too.
heart.
I'm about to check out, so just wanted to say hey.
All right. Thanks for
Love
joining us.
We love you. We love you, Landon.
Love you, Lando. Wow,
Yeah.
what a surprise.
Yeah, what a like that's like 3 at least pieces of the last 3 episodes we've had all 4 of us on. That's insane.
Wow.
But yeah, a huge gripe for me is the Jason Tatum. Like you're wearing a Duke player's shoe against Duke, and you are UNC. Like, where's the hate gone, people? We're just asking for hate one night out of the year. We just
As
want
a
you to
North
hate the
Carolina,
other team.
listen. As a North Carolina fan, if you would also notice, I don't know, I bet there was 2 or 3 people that were in a Zion 3.
Probably, yeah.
It's very troublesome. But it's also it also goes to show you, look, and this is like being really honest. Like there's not a North Carolina player that has a PE or a model shoe. It's not they don't have a Cole Anthony 1, right? They don't have
You ever heard
Armando Bacot 1.
You ever heard?
Right? And so some of it.
You ever heard of Jordan 1, Jordan 2, Jordan 3, Jordan 4, Jordan 5, 6, 7?
Agreed. But like look, here we are in the era of, and this is unfortunate but true, the only Jordan that those guys can recognize is either the shoes or YouTube videos. They didn't get to see Jordan play. They just know the name. They know the highlights that they watch on YouTube. They know the reputation. They know this version of Jordan, right? They don't know. And that's reality, because in the same way you and me didn't know Dr. J, right? Or Kobe is your Jordan in reality. Like for me, I watched Jordan and Kobe. But you got to see more Kobe than Jordan. You get what I'm saying? Like that's what it is.
This generation soft. America's going to the
America
dog.
sucks. Mason, you got to get out of here, right?
Yeah, pretty soon. I think we'll finish up with a couple things. Since we already got our question out of the way, we can go with our 2001-2002 NBA trivia team tracker for Hayes here.
Wow, I forgot.
Last week, or maybe whatever.
rough.
Last time we did this was rough. So I'm looking for a good rebound here. We'll start off with an easy one. I had an easy one for you.
Rasheed Wallace.
we're going. That one's tough.
I don't care. Just go with it. We got limited time. We got to
All
go
right.
out of here.
Let's do the Milwaukee Bucks, 2001, 2002. Milwaukee
Michael
Bucks.
Redd.
Nah, before Michael Redd.
Really?
He might have been on the team, but he was
Okay,
not.
then it's going to
one
be
of the...
Glenn Robinson, and is Ray Allen there, or is it
Yes, Glenn Robinson and Ray
Okay, yeah.
Allen. Very nice, very nice.
Purdue and UConn.
Okay, this one is extremely easy. The Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, so 2001 is Jason Kidd still there?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
It's the other
that's
white
going to
point
be
guard.
okay. It's going to be Nash and Nowitzki or Finley.
Nowitzki, yep.
Okay,
Nash. And
he's from Wurzburg, Germany, and Steve Nash went to Santa Clara.
Very nice. All right. Now I know you'll get one of these, but the other one is the one we've got the super dope old Pistons logo with the like
2001.
2001. Yep.
So it's going to be maybe Richard Chauncey is there.
Nope.
Okay. Wow. So it's going to be Ben Wallace.
Nope.
No. Wow. Okay. So Grant Hill.
Nope.
No. Stackhouse.
Yes.
Oh,
Jerry
man.
Stackhouse.
Wow.
The other one's going to be really hard, I think.
Rasheed Wallace. I knew it.
No.
If I
Joe Dumars?
Nope. I'm going to give you the college.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I think you need it.
No, I don't
I
think
still
so.
don't think you're going to get it. He won
Theo
a national
Ratliff?
championship. Nope. He won a national championship in college.
He won a national championship in college.
Zach Edey.
He's got some, I would say, some large teeth and gums.
Popeye Jones?
He went to Michigan State.
Mateen Cleaves?
Mateen Cleaves.
So he would have been a rookie. So he was terrible. He only lasted like 2 years in the NBA, if that.
Yeah.
So they only put him on there because he was a rookie and he's from that area, his hometown kid. Okay.
They were deprived of talent. I mean, this was before all of those guys.
Chucky I'm thinking like, so Chucky Atkins would have been on that team.
It was like a 6'2" power forward.
Don Reed would have been on that team.
He sounds terrible.
Exactly. So they were limited choices. Exactly. He went to Georgetown.
Mateen Cleaves or Don Reed?
Don Reed.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yep. That is all that we've got for you this evening. Thank you for tuning in to episode 154. Did I have that number right? That is 154, right?
Couldn't tell you.
I hope so. Kick Dan out there. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Free shout outs to Snoop Dogg. Free shout outs to Brandon Miller. Hayes already gave some love to Jelly Roll. Shout out to Antioch.
Shout out to Landon.
I know we've talked about this, but what do you think the chances are that we get Jelly Roll on the pod? Maybe that's our blow up.
Pretty high.
Pretty high? We don't even get
I think it's pretty
the
high.
people that we could get on the podcast.
We just don't put in enough effort. It's user error.
It's changing though. It's changing after this weekend. It's changing.
It's user error. That's why the people that we need to circle back around to, we just need to circle back around to because they've said that they want us, and we just got to do it. Is the problem?
We got to commit. We
have to do it. So as long as we do it, man, it's gonna be fine. But listen, and this is no disrespect, and I would say this to him if he was sitting here on the podcast. We need people to wear something that's going to take it viral merch wise, but bro, how are we going to get something that fits Jelly Roll's big butt? Like, I don't know. How are we going to get it?
Quad X. We'll figure it out.
It'll be tough. It's going to be tough. Printify better come through with some.
We can get some like those
if we get big ass joggers.
Juggers. Get some big ass juggers.
Big juggers.
I think.
What does that mean?
I just made it up. I think if we get like two XL and then just like sew them together,
Yeah,
like
that's what we'll
down the
do.
center and sew them together, it'll fit.
Anyway.
He'll just have 4 arms. He'll have a spot for each nipple and then both his
Oh,
arms.
my goodness. Look, man, he loves Antioch. He will be on our podcast.
I
think
am
we are
in a small
6
group with
degrees-
his cousin, so maybe
We are
I'll
We have too many
there.
close
Too
connections
many
to
overlaps. Yeah.
him for it not to work. But
Yeah,
I
he
also
sold me
think,
drugs when I was 4 years old.
heck yeah. I think if we get I feel like when we do Slim and Huskies, it opens the door to a lot of other stuff. Anyway,
I agree.
Agreed.
we just
All
gotta we're gonna make it happen.
Amen.
Yep. Let's
Go
make
buy
it
the freaking merch so that we can do more stuff. Like, please.
We beg
Please
of you.
buy the merch. Mason, Dan, buy the merch. Wear it. Landon, buy the freaking merch. Wear it.
And with that, we love you all.
We love you all. You can be anywhere in the world.
But you're here
But
with
you
us.
here.
We appreciate that. Go follow us on Instagram and go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. We need just more views. We'll get some ads running through here. Doubt it, but we'll try. And then, then we're off to the races.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, look,
Regardless,
if anything, we're committed. You know we're committed.
yeah.
We've been here 154 freaking weeks in a row.
3
Here's-
years.
And
Here's what I would say.
nearly 3 years.
Regardless, I have such a fun time being here every
Amen.
time. It's the
Amen.
it's one of the most therapeutic things. And it feels like I'm just hanging out with my buddies. And if anything I need in my life right now, it's that. And that's how
Amen.
I feel. Regardless of who listens to this, don't give a crap, honestly, if I'm being
Don't
honest.
give a.
But if we want it to propel, I actually have to take it a little bit more serious.
That's true. We all do.
Facts.
We'll get
All
there.
right, get
one
out of
day.
here, Mason.
Love y'all. See you next week. Peace.